dear friends, now Shiva Sutra's 9th technique. This is what you are going to see. Shiva says to Parvati, lie down as dead. Lie down as dead. You are enraged in wrath. What do you mean by enraged in wrath? You are full of anger, full of sadness, full of disappointment, full of frustration. With that feeling, you are laying dead. You are laying dead without moving your body, with full of anger, frustration, all the negative qualities. Or open your eyes, stare without blinking your what? Eyelash. Stare at something, but one thing you should not blink, but with full anger. Shiva says to Parvati, lay there as dead with all the negative feelings writhing around you, full of negative feelings, but don't move the body, just lie dead. Or look at something without winking your eyelash, or suck something and become the sucking. 3 things he says. Close your eyes and feel as if you are dead with full of anger, or look at something with full of the emotion, all the emotion, but not blinking your eyelash, or become the sucking itself. Okay, now the first sutra he says, lie as if you are dead, but don't deceive. Even if ant bites, mosquito bites, you don't feel. Just leave your body as if it is dead. But with your full anger, frustration, disappointment, loneliness, sadness, all those things are there. But just feel like this, as if you are dead. One man attained his enlightenment. One man has attained his enlightenment through this method. Who is that man at the age of 14? From your hometown. Ramana Maharishi, anybody from Tiruvannamalai? Yeah. He attained his enlightenment through this technique. At the age of 13 or 14, he came out of, he was in the house. Suddenly one day he felt he is dead. He is not able to move his body. He can feel it. He can feel his consciousness, and he can also feel that he is dead. The body is no way moving. Heart is not beating. He is not able to raise his hands. He is not able to talk a word. Everything, but he is able to see everything. He had the consciousness. He knows he is alive in his feelings, but he knows the body is dead completely, 100% dead. After death, what will happen? That young boy understood at the age of 13 or 14. The body is lying down, no feeling at all, everything is dead. He can feel it. The entire night the body is dead. That is what he felt. Next day morning he was able to come back, and somehow the body was able to move. Then he understood what is life, what is life, why men are working and why we are earning and why do they live, what is sorrow, what is happiness, what is joy, what is peace at the age of 14 or 15. Because he has experienced death one night. It changed his entire life, and he ran away from his home, came to a hill station called Tiruvannamalai. Whatever the food he was eating, and sleeping in the streets and caves. Finally, he became so enlightened that the people all around the world, they used to come and visit and ask him what is the secret of life, and the answer he gave is just a plain answer, 3 words: try to know who you are. That's all. Who you are, who you are, who you are. 3 words, who you are. Because he was able to understand, because death has come. When the death came, when he was not able to move, he can feel his consciousness, his name is forgotten, his bank balance is forgotten, his father's name is forgotten, his education is forgotten, his wealth and health is forgotten, all the name and popularity is forgotten. At that moment, only the consciousness, the body is not moving. Now, this technique which you are supposed to do now. So, here as you feel this, suddenly you feel entire life has changed. With full anger and sadness and disappointment, you are just lying down. All the negative things are there in the body, and that all the negative things makes your body to move. See, when you feel anger, you feel like throwing something, hitting somebody, isn't it so? When you are feeling joyful, how do you feel? You want to shout, you want to raise your hands. You see the cricket players, after hitting on 100 runs or making somebody out, what do? They just shake their body, isn't it? So, as the emotions comes inside your body, what will happen? You try to move your body. But here, when those emotions are there, you are not moving the body. This is the sutra here. You are lying dead when all the emotions are there. As the emotions are there, you are not trying to shake your body, because emotions will shake your body. You are not trying to, you are controlling the body, and you are being with that anger, you are being with the frustration. That is the reason it is called emotion, isn't it? Emotions makes your body to move, but you are controlling the emotion. As you are with the emotion, as you are aware of the emotion, as you understand the emotion and you are the same, and your body is dead. See what all correlations going on. Body is dead, you are making yourself body is dead, all the negative emotions are there. Third, you are not able to do anything about the emotions, it is well controlled, because you are dead. Then what will happen? What will happen? What will happen? All the negative emotions are there, you feel like killing or hitting or jumping or running, all the emotions are there, your body is dead, but what you will do? Okay, this is one. Second technique, you keep on staring at something, you are full of negative thoughts, but do not wink your eyes. Try to do it for 3 minutes, only 3 minutes, very difficult, you know, for 3 minutes. There was a person who has done it for 3 years, Mekha Baba. He used to see 3 years continuously without blinking his eyes, 3 years, no thoughts at all. When you stare at something without blinking, no thoughts will come. So, all your mental problems, results of mental problems and agonies and loneliness, sadness, everything is result of what? Thoughts. But as you look at something, stare at something without blinking your eyes, no thoughts come. When you are feeling like dead and you are feeling that emotions and not able to move the body, the emotions are, what happens? You become aware of the emotions. Emotions evaporate themselves, it goes off like that. As we keep on seeing something, no thoughts will come. Suppose you are mentally disturbed with hundreds of thoughts, thousands of thoughts, the thought level are increasing, the speed is increasing, you know, in the traffic, lot of vehicle comes, what will happen? The traffic gets jammed. So, like that, as lot of thoughts come, you just stare at something, do not wink your eyes, then what will happen? Your thoughts will vanish. There is one gentleman called Mekha Baba, 3 years he was looking, and there is a specialist in US. By sitting in front of you, he will say how many thoughts are running in your head, what are you thinking? That is one power he has, this fellow. Which fellow? one American. This Meka Baba is a person who doesn't have a thought, because he is very expert in staring at something. So, one day he went to Meka Baba, went to US. Meka Baba is a famous enlightened person who has lot of followers. So, that particular psychiatrist, he was sitting in front of Meka Baba to note down what are the thoughts are coming. He tried and tried and tried from morning to evening, nothing he was able to get, because no thoughts are there. He was able to control his thoughts. Ramana Rishi was able to control his thoughts, because already he has experienced death. One thing. So, third is very important. What is the third point we have said? Be the sucking and become the sucking. A child first duty, what does it do? What does it do at the time of birth? Immediately coming from the mother's womb, it is pushed outside. As it comes out, what is the first duty it does? It sucks the air. It sucks the air, and by sucking the air, all the blocks have been opened up. So, one sound comes and we say it is crying. It is not the crying, it is trying to catch the breath. Till in the mother's womb, the breath is, the prana is sent through the tube to the child, but this time it is inside the water. You know, this mother's womb will be inside, the child will be inside, full surrounded by liquid, I think. As the child comes out, the first thing it does is suck the air. The first duty of the child is sucking. The second duty of the child, immediately what does it do? That is natural. It sucks the mother's breast for milk. It gets the prana, first prana inside the mother's stomach, the second prana through the milk, through the mother's breast. That time the child is so innocent whether sucking the milk. It has become so innocent. Time is not counted there. It is so happy, so joyful. You see, sucking, S-U-C-K-I-N-G, like that, whatever the action you do, eating, sleeping, working, operating the computer, whatever the work you do as the child suck the mother's breast for the milk. When you are completely devotional on your work which you do, or you want to do anything, see, I want to teach. Teaching and I should be the same, not the teacher and teaching. Teacher and taught, it should be teaching. I should change myself into teaching. You love a girl, I am loving a girl, or I am loving a boy. No, you should become the love itself. Any action which you are doing, it has to become on its own itself. That is what it is, the philosophy of 9th philosophy here. You do not stand behind, become the sucking, become the doer. So, next, once you start doing your work devotionally, without expecting anything, and then whatever the work which you do, it will be like the child taking the milk from his or her mother's breast. So, you become so innocent. So, this is the sutra, 9th sutra. So, my dear friends, please close your eyes. In 9th sutra, Shiva says 3 things, almost all are same, which gives the same result. The first is lie down as dead. Feel your body is dead. In wrath. Wrath means what? All the negative qualities, all your frustration, all your disappointment, all your sadness, all your so-called desires, what not, everything. So, lie down as dead, enraged in wrath, or stare at something Stare at something without moving your eyelash. Or still third one, suck something and become the sucking itself. First is lie down as dead with full of anger, frustration, with all the negative qualities, even positive qualities, whatever it is, because at the time of death positive and negative does not count, all the feelings are same. Only when you are living, the positive feelings you think it is something superior to negative feeling, but feeling is the feeling. Second is look at something without moving your eyelash, and the third is suck something and become the sucking. Now just feel your body is dead. You are taking the soul out of your body. All the anger and frustrations are there in the body, in the mind, but the body is dead. What can you do? Only the emotions can move your body. Only the feelings can move your body. Now you have all your anger and frustration, all the negative qualities, but the body doesn't move. Your body doesn't move. Stay there like that for some time. You are trying to move your hand, it is not moving. You are trying to lift your face, it is not lifting. You are trying to speak something, you are not able to speak. As you feel, your ego vanishes. What's your ego? It's your I. I is your experience. I is your friends. I is your wealth. I is your health. The I is your education. I is your property, I is your bank balance, I is your titles, your family man, and all this. All the I goes off. Just feel the consciousness. Your body is dead. Now slowly come back to your body. Slowly try to shake your fingers and hands. Try to lift up your hands. Just touch your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. Now, dear friends, in the same technique he says, or stare without moving an eyelash. For 3 minutes try, sir. Just open your eyes without blinking, without closing your eyelash for 3 minutes. Anybody who has the stopwatch, put it on for 3 minutes. 3 minutes you are not moving your eyelash. Look at something, just stare at it, and just stare at it for 3 minutes. As you come to the 3rd minute, just tell and put off, sir. Have we reached the 3 minutes? How many of you are able to do that? So, this is 1 second, and the third is very important, sir. Third is suck something and become the sucking. What here he says, the sucking is the first action the child does after, that is the sucking the breath. So, whenever you do your duty, you do it as the child or as you have done your first duty. Your first duty was sucking, isn't it? You became 100% involved in that. You found tremendous happiness. By taking the milk, you are very much protected. You got the prana sakti from your mother. So, you are so happy and joyful at that particular moment. So, in your work, whatever the work you do, become that. See, you eat, become eating. You teach, you become teaching. You play, become the playing. You love, become the loving. You work, become the working. So, these 3 sutras, this particular 9th sutra with 3 divisions, you try to practice in your day to day. It is going to give a tremendous change in your work. Yes, sir. Now, what do you understand, sir? What do you understand? What do you understand by this 9th sutra?
In the first exercise, I feel my soul get out of my body, and I feel some weight in my body, some weight acting in my body. I have some difficult to move my body, and I feel I'm standing out of the world. In second exercise, my mind it's like a clear board. I feel everything in my thoughts are vanishing from that, and after some 1 or 2 minutes, I feel my lashes are stuck up like that. So even if I trying to close it, I can't able to do that. I feel some peace and divinity in that.
Now, at the time of staring at something without blinking, without closing your eyelash, whether thoughts able to come into the difference between ordinary state when you are not staring and when you are staring at something, what is the difference you felt? The difference.
The difference means it's I feel like the clear. It's a clear board. Everything is vanishing. When normally if I feel some relaxations and I feel some peace.
Okay, as you stare at something, generally as Lord Shiva says, you go into your third eye, which is hidden inside you, the conscious eye. Okay, good. What do you understand, sir?
I just lost my oscillations.
Yes, so in my first sutras, I just thinking my soul was get out of my body, and my body was in my very weight. In my laziness and negative thinking, disappointments, it's nothing. It's there. It's only his body. In every man, we don't have any disappointments, disagreement, ego, something, etc. We only have mind to be clear without anything. And in my second sutras, I just concentrated on one thing. Concentrate to get on that. So example, second sutra is my hard work. It's I have to concentrate in my hard work and to get in to prove my skills in that. That's all.
What do you understand?
In this 9th sutras, I felt that I can able to control my negative thoughts by lie down as that, and then by without blinking my eyes, I can able to concentrate one point. It very useful to vanish my negative thoughts, and I feel I can able to concentrate on a point. It is very useful to do any work without any disturbance. Without any disturbance. That's all.
In the first exercise, I felt myself dead, but I'm in conscious state. I could able to see all the negative thoughts that I'm having in my mind, but I could not able to act accordingly. In the second exercise, first of all, I could not able to I could not able to stare for almost 3 minutes, but somehow I could able to manage it for 1 or 2 minutes. But during that time, nothing come to my mind, I just stared. I tried wantedly to think something while staring, but I could not think any I could not able to think anything apart from staring.
Yes, what do you understand?
In the first one, I felt peace. Also felt like means the breathing and outgoing breathing. And in the second one means behave like a diet. I tried to do that. I feel the same peace only and nothing more. And in the third one, I mean staring at something. I tried to stare at least 2 minutes, but I couldn't able to do that. That's all.
Anybody?
First, fearness. What reason? I don't know about the this reason say about, but my mind is so peaceful. So.
Okay. I just finished in Tamil for 5 minutes and after that. நண்பர்களே, 8வது சிவகல சூத்திரத்திலே விஞ்ஞான பைரவ தந்திரத்திலே சிவன் சொல்கிறார் பார்வதிக்கு, உள்ளே எடுக்கக்கூடிய உள்மூச்சு, வெளியே விடுகிற அந்த வெளிமூச்சு, இடைப்பட்ட அந்த இடைவெளியிலே கவனம் செலுத்து தேவியே. நீ கவனம் செலுத்த செலுத்த ஒவ்வொரு காரியங்களை நீ அன்றாடம் செய்து கொண்டிருக்கிற பொழுது, இது முதல் கலையிலே நாம் சொல்லி இருக்கிறோம். இந்த முதல் கலையானது அறிவியல் பூர்வமானது. மூச்சை உள்ளே எடுக்கிறோம், மூச்சை வெளியே எடுக்கிறோம், அந்த இடைவெளியிலே கவனம் செலுத்தும் பொழுது அறிவியல் பூர்வமானது. ஆனால் தெய்வீக குணமுடையவர்கள், பக்தி மார்க்கம் உடையவர்கள், அவர்களுக்கு இந்த சூத்திரத்தை கற்றுக்கொள்வதிலே கொஞ்சம் சிரமம் இருக்கும். ஆகையா இந்த தெய்வீக சம்பந்தப்பட்டவர்கள் அவர்களுக்காக இந்த 8வது சூத்திரத்தை கொடுக்கிறேன். தெய்வ நம்பிக்கையுடையவர்கள், அதிக பற்றும் பாசம் உடையவர்கள், அறிவியல் பூர்வம் இல்லாதவர்களுக்கு. உள்மூச்சை வாங்குகிறாய், அந்த உள்மூச்சுடனே உள்ளே செல்கிறாய், நெஞ்சுடன் நிற்பதில்லை. ஆழ்ந்த மூச்சு, அந்த மூச்சு அடி வயிற்று வரைக்கும் செல்ல வேண்டும், உன்னுடைய தொப்புள் வரைக்கும் செல்ல வேண்டும். மூச்சு உள்ளே செல்ல செல்ல அந்த மூச்சுடன் உன் நினைவுகளை செலுத்தி கொண்டு உள்ளே போகிறாய். மூச்சு உள்ளே போகிறது. உடலின் மைய பகுதி என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய அந்த தொப்பில் நாம் எடுக்கக்கூடிய மூச்சுகள் நெஞ்சு பகுதியோடு விட்டு விடுகிறோம். அது ஆழ்ந்து உள்ளே செல்ல வேண்டும். அடி வயிற்றுக்கு போகிறது, அதே மூச்சு வெளியே வருகிறது. நன்றாக நாம் வைத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள், இழுத்த மூச்சு தான் வெளியே வருகிறது. அதனால் அது 2 கோடுகளாக வருவதில்லை. இரண்டுக்கும் ஏதாவது ஒரு தொடர்பு இருந்தே ஆக வேண்டும். உள்மூச்சு வேறு, வெளிமூச்சு வேறு என்றால் தனித்தனி கோடுகளாக போட வேண்டும். ஆனால் உள்மூச்சும் வெளிமூச்சும் ஒரே மூச்சாக இருக்கிற காரணத்தினாலே அங்கே ஒரு வளைவு வரும். அந்த வளைவிலே, அந்த இடைவெளியிலே உன் கவனத்தை செலுத்து. அதே போன்று மூச்சை விடுகிறாய், உள்மூச்சை எடுக்கிறாய், அங்கே ஒரு வளைவு ஏற்படுகிறது, அதே கவனி. அதுதான் தெய்வீகமானது, பக்தி மார்க்கமானது என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய டிவோஷன். இப்படி நீ கவனம் செலுத்தி கொண்டிருக்கும் பொழுது உன்னை நீயே அறிந்து கொள்கிறாய். என்ன அறிந்து கொள்கிறாய்? அறிந்தவனும் நீயேவாக மாறிவிடுகிறாய். அறியப்படுகிற விஷயம் என்னவென்றால் உள்ளே இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த தெய்வீக தன்மையானது. அதுதான் செயல்பாடுகளுக்கு கேட்கிறது. நீ உணவு சாப்பிடுகிறாய், யாருக்கு சாப்பிடுகிறாய்? உனக்கு சாப்பிடுவதில்லை. இந்த தெய்வீக தன்மையை அறிந்து கொண்டால் உடலுக்குள் இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த தெய்வீக தன்மைக்காக சாப்பிடுகிறாய். எதற்காக குடிக்கிறாய்? உனக்காக குடிப்பதில்லை. அந்த தெய்வீக தன்மை உள்ளே இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த டிவினிட்டி என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய அந்த தெய்வீக தன்மைக்கு நீ தண்ணீர் குடிக்கிறாய். மூச்சு விடுகிறாய், குளியல் எடுக்கிறாய், உனக்கு குளிப்பதில்லை. அந்த தெய்வீக தன்மையான உன் உடலுக்குள்ளே இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த தன்மைக்கு நீ குளிக்கிறாய். ஸோ இந்த மூச்சுகளின் இடைப்பட்ட அந்த அந்த இடைவெளியிலே கவனம் செலுத்தும் பொழுது தெய்வீக தன்மையை அறிகிறாய். உன் உடம்பு உனக்கு ஒரு கோயிலாக தோன்ற ஆரம்பிக்கிறது. பல முனிகள், பல முனிவர்கள், பல ஞானிகள் தங்கள் உடலை கோயிலாக வைத்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். இப்பொழுது நாம் நம் உடலை கோயிலாக வைத்து கொண்டிருக்கிறோம். 2 வகையாக பயன்படுத்துகிறார்கள். புனிதமாக உடலை பாவிக்கிறவர்கள் இருக்கிறார்கள். உடலை ஒரு மெக்கானிசம், ஒரு இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட்டாக நினைத்து கொண்டு அதை கேடுகட்டு அதை சீரழிக்கிறார்கள். மது அருந்தி புகை பிடித்து இரவெல்லாம் தூங்காமல் வேலை செய்து கொண்டு உடலை மறந்து தொப்பையும் தொந்தியுமாக முகமெல்லாம் இரத்த கொதிப்பும் 1000 நோய்களை பெற்றுக்கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். அப்போ உன் உடலிலே இருக்கக்கூடிய தெய்வீகத்தன்மையை அறிந்து கொண்டால் நோய்கள் வருவதற்கு வாய்ப்பே இல்லை. ஸோ இதுதான் இந்த 8வது சூத்திரம். அடுத்ததாக நாம் 9வது சூத்திரம் சென்றோம். 9வது சூத்திரத்தில் என்ன சொல்லி இருக்கிறது என்றால், உணர்வுகள், உணர்ச்சிகள், கோபதாபங்கள், தனிமை, சந்தோஷம், 1000 உணர்ச்சிகள் உடலே இருக்கிறது. இந்த உணர்வுகளை வெளிப்படுத்துவதற்கு உடம்பு வேண்டும். ஆனால் அந்த உடலை செத்துப்போன பிணமாக நினைக்கும் பொழுது அந்த உணர்ச்சிகள்னால் என்ன செய்துவிட முடியும்? ஸோ அந்த தீய உணர்வுகளுடன் அல்லது நல்ல உணர்வுகளுடன் எந்த உணர்வாக இருந்தாலும் அதை உடம்பில் வைத்து கொண்டு, ஆனால் உடம்பு அசைவதில்லை. உணர்ச்சிகள், உணர்வுகள் அத்தனையும் இருக்கிறது. ஆனால் உடம்பு எந்த விதமான ஈடும் கொடுக்காமல் செத்த பணமாக இருக்கும் பொழுது ஒரு கொசு கடித்தாலோ நீ ஏமாற்றக்கூடாது, உன்னை நீயே ஏமாற்றக்கூடாது. அப்படியே உணர்ச்சி வசப்பட்டு அப்படி படுத்து கொண்டிருக்கிறாய். எக்காரணத்தை கொண்டும் உடம்புல ஒரு சிறு அசைவு கூட இருக்காத பொழுது நீ என்ன அறிந்து கொள்கிறாய்? உண்மையை அறிந்து கொள்கிறாய், தெய்வீக தன்மையை அறிந்து கொள்கிறாய், உணர்ச்சிகளுக்கு இங்கே இடமே இல்லை என்பதை அறிந்து கொள்கிறாய். உணர்வுகளும் உணர்ச்சிகளையும் நீ உணர்வு பெற்று அதை உடல் மூலமாக வெளியே காண்பிக்காமல் அந்த உணர்வுடன் இருக்கும் பொழுது அந்த உணர்வுகள் மறைந்து விடுகிறது. அடுத்ததாக அல்லது என்று சொல்கிறார். எதையாவது பார்க்கும் பொழுது கண்கள் இமைகளை மூடாமல் அதையே குறைந்தது ஒரு 3 நிமிடம், 4 நிமிடம், 6 நிமிடம், 1 மணி நேரம் என்று பார்த்து கொண்டே இரு என்று சொல்கிறார். பார்க்க பார்க்க என்னாகிவிடுகிறது? மனதில் வரக்கூடிய சிந்தனைகள் வராமல் இருந்து விடுகிறது, மனது தெளிவாகிறது. 3வது தத்துவம் என்ன என்று சொல்கிறார்? அதே தத்துவத்தில் அல்லது என்று சொல்லி 3வது இதற்கு பதிலாக இது, இதற்கு பதிலாக இது என்று சொல்லிக்கொண்டு, குழந்தை பிறந்தவுடன் செய்யக்கூடிய முதல் வேலை காற்றை சுவாசிப்பது, அது உறிஞ்சுகிறது. அப்போ அந்த குழந்தையினுடைய முதல் வேலை உறிஞ்சல். அதற்கு அடுத்ததாக அன்னையிடமிருந்து மார்பகங்களிலிருந்து பாலை அது சுரக்குகிறது, உறிஞ்சுகிறது. அங்கே அமைதியும் சாந்தமும் மகிழ்ச்சியும் அந்த குழந்தை பெறுகிறது. அதே போன்று நீ செய்யக்கூடிய வேலை எந்த வேலையாக இருந்தாலும் அன்னையின் பாலை கொடுப்பது போல, அந்த முதல் கடமையை நீ செய்தது போல செய்து கொண்டிருக்கும் பொழுது அங்கே அமைதியும் சாந்தமும் அந்த வேலையிலே ஒரு தெய்வீக தன்மையும் அடைவாய் என்பதை இந்த 9வது சூத்திரம் சொல்கிறது. ஸோ 9 சூத்திரங்கள் இதுவரைக்கும் பார்த்தோம். பாருங்கள், பயிற்சி செய்து கொள்ளுங்கள். இதில் ஏதாவது ஒரு டெக்னிக் உங்களுக்கு ஏற்றதாக இருக்கும். இன்னும் பார்ப்போம். தேங்க்யூ வெரி மச்.